Great, so today we're going to learn how to make this little present on Fusion 360. And it's really simple, really easy. It's a cube and a ribbon. You can scale them down, you can play with the colors, and use them in your other prints. So we open up Fusion and we're going to start with a sketch draft on the top plane. I like to use center rectangle. So 20 by 20. Finish sketch. We're gonna extrude. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and fillet the edges. Two millimeters. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and get started with the ribbon. We're gonna go ahead and use sweep, and for sweep we need a profile and a path. So let's get started with the path. We're gonna do it on the back plane. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit on that. Gonna use the line on construction mode. I'm gonna go up 10 millimeters. And that's just to signify where my ribbon is going to start. So mine starts at the middle of the cube. Up to you if you want to start it lower. I'm going to go back with the line and sketch the remaining of the path. And we want to fillet the corners so it fits the cube that we have. Right? Fits perfectly. Okay? So that's the path, and now we need the profile. So for the profile, I'm going to use a perpendicular plane to my path. This case is the right plane. I'm going to use the circle, 4 millimeters. I'm going to slice that in half. And we are concerned about the bottom half, because if it follows our path, the bottom half of that circle is what's going to end up being on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and slice it one more time, just because I want it to lay flat on my printer bed. You could keep it a circle, it's up to you. I just think it, if you slice the top as well, it makes for an easier print. Now we go ahead and go in with sweep, profile, path, new body, okay. Okay, so now we're gonna move and copy this body. We're gonna go down 90, gonna go up to, you can eyeball it and see what kind of looks like the middle. Seems like 9.5. Maybe something like that. So far it looks good. Yep. Okay. So now we're gonna join these two bodies. And we're gonna use combine again, but now we're gonna use it to cut. So we wanna cut our ribbon using our cube. And we wanna keep our cube. And that cuts the ribbon by the body of the cube. Awesome. So now all we have left is to make the two little ribbon loops. So for that, we're going to use sweep again. So we need a profile and a path. So we can go ahead and hide all of that. Make a sketch on the top plane. I like to, for reference, do another square, 20 by 20. And now we're going to zoom in one quadrant of that square. And sketch our path. So for that, I like to use control point spline. We start at the middle, go up, drift off. Okay, something like that. You can go ahead and tug at your control points to make it look more rounded. Finish sketch. So that's the path. And now we need a profile. It needs to be perpendicular to our path on the front plane. I'm gonna go in again with my circle, originating at the origin, 4 millimeters. Gonna slice it again. Just make sure it's the same distance, 1.5. All right, so now we have our profile and our path. So we're gonna go under create, sweep, select the profile, the path. Let's get a top view on it. Looks good. You know, for the most part, it's inside the cube, so that's okay. And now we're gonna go ahead and create and move this. So let's go ahead and zoom out. Create copy. If you wanted them next to each other, you could do a 90-degree turn. I like them opposite to each other, so 180 is fine. I think that's good. We're gonna join the two bodies. And now we're gonna go ahead and move them up. So 20 millimeters up. Let's get a top view. Seems like we gotta keep moving this guy. That seems like the middle. And there we go. Finally, we join body 5, body 3. They are at the ribbon. Combine. And there you go. Now, for a nice little fit, you want to go ahead and scale down the cube. And you're going to scale it down very minimally. So 0.099 should do the trick. And now you have a little bit of room between the ribbon and the cube. So that's enough clearance for this. If you wanted a secure fit, just add a little bit of glue right here and glue it down. And you can continue to scale it down on your slicer. I use Bamboo Lab and get little tiny ones and play around with the colors. But yeah, that's our little present.